Check one, check one. Test one, test one. Mic check, mic check. Test one, check one, check one. Can anybody hear me okay? Hello, Undead. Can you hear me okay? Perfect. Can you hear the game okay? Hello, Robo. We'll give a few more minutes. We'll just kind of kick around here. This is my main farm that I've been working on for a while. So I don't know if you guys have played this yet, but we're just going to kind of ride around a little bit. 9:30 p.m. It's getting a little late. You're going to notice a lot of difference because we're going to start a brand new farm, and it's not going to look like this, to say the least. Not even remotely. Have you guys played this game before? I started playing it back on PC shortly after it came out, and absolutely loved it. Hundreds of hours of gameplay. Got it on Xbox. It was cool. We actually managed to get the physical copy on Xbox. So it came with a map, the soundtrack. So when Bunner IM and I go somewhere, we will pop in various game soundtracks. And one of them, if it's a really bad traffic day, is the soundtrack for this. It's so relaxing. I knew you'd like this, Robo. We'll give a couple more minutes, see if anybody else shows up, and then we're just going to start a brand new farm. So, have you played this Undead? A lot of these buildings we're not going to be seeing tonight, because they're way more advanced. Like this is the slime hutch. We will not be seeing the slime hutch tonight, sadly. It actually doesn't really do a lot, you just get slime eggs. So, yeah, slimes do come from eggs. That's something that JRPGs haven't taught you. The birds and the slimes. So Undead's never played it. Okay, that's cool. We've got a couple people in the chat who have never played Stardew Valley, so we are going to go ahead and give a start and get this thing up and running. So, hello everybody. This is going to be Stardew Valley. For those of you who have heard of it, nothing needs to be said. For those of you who haven't heard of farming, dating, spelunking, mining kind of simulator, it's a lot like a spiritual successor kind of to I just absolutely totally forgot. Harvest Moon. Yeah, it's kind of like a spiritual-esque sort of successor to Harvest Moon. So, we're going to start a new farm. Start at the very beginning of the game, kind of let everybody see We can do a guy, girl, whatever. So we are going to make a guy, and we are going to see if we can call him Mikey Methhead. Because I figure after his nude adventures in Dark Souls, he's going to settle down on the farm. It's Mikey Methhead. Now, the farm name, we're going to call this, I'm thinking, we're going to call it Weed Farm. And his favorite thing are boobs. So, Mikey Methhead, the proprietor of Weed Farm, favorite thing, boobs. Animal preferences, cats or doggos? Hey Jason, how you doing? Glad you could join us. Mikey Methhead, yes, he's retiring on a farm, sold all his meth, got clean for now. After his adventures in Dark Souls, he decided, you know, maybe farming is the life for me. So, because I'm a cat person, I'm going with a cat. Either or, they're pretty great. So, I don't know if we have a good, like, perfect hairstyle for Mikey Methhead, but it looks like he's going to have too much hair instead of that sort of horseshoe kind of balding thing. We're going to give him, it looks kind of like a little mohawk. We'll give him that. I think that's good. He needs a nice shirt, so that looks like a Charlie Brown shirt. We're going to give him, those look like overall tops. Let's give him some of those. See if, hey, look at that. That's a nice beard we can give him. I'm already digging that. So, looks like Mikey Methhead is pretty much good to go. We're not going to really fiddle around with anything over there. So here we go. Let's get started on some farming. Grandpa Santa Claus, he's lying there in his deathbed. For my very special grandson. Come on, old man. Ooh, a sealed envelope. You'll notice he has a nice Arabic scimitar there above the fireplace. That's from when he used to fight in the Crusades. He has some sort of occult symbol there in the wall, so listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. That day is today, Grandpa. I feel like that every fucking day. Your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. I just call that interacting with YouTube comments. Be ready for this gift. Thanks Santa Gramps. So, alright. Let Grandpa rest, and by rest means die. Oh no, what is this? How many of us out there, this is our lives, right here. This is why we play video games. We've got a guy, looks like he's got a lot of bottles of pills there on his desk. The dude with the hat. And there's a skeleton over there to the far right. Mikey Methhead's just, he can't take it. Look at all these desks. They're growing fungus and mold. Ooh, the letter. I knew that would come into play. Open it. Open it and see what it says. Will it release us from our living hell? If you're reading this, you're in dire need of a change. I'm just in dire need of some video games, so... He's enclosed the deed to the place. His pride and joy is Weed Farm. Yes, I will honor the family name of Methhead. Thank you, Grandpa. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me. I don't think we'll do that. Alright, so... we caught the first bus out of there. Looks like a pretty nice, peaceful sort of day. Kind of digging it. One of the interesting things about Stardew Valley, there's some really strange things in the backstory if you really dig into it. There are like, there's an ancient alien war. There's currently like a war in this game in the world between like an empire and wherever Stardew Valley's a part of. There's all these strange things in the background. Let's see, in the chat, Jason says, he does play the game, it's the best. Santa, you know him. Weed Farm, that does make sense. Yes, it does. Whoa, hello, Robin. I am Mikey Methhead. Sees the local carpenter, Mayor Lewis. Sent her here to fetch us. I think Lewis is probably some sort of who's going to be ruling Stardew Valley with an iron fist. We're looking good. We've sort of got our kind of emo hairstyle and a big beard. Mikey Methhead actually kind of has a hipster thing going on. This is Weed Farm. Oh my god, look at this. We've got shrubs and rocks. What the hell am I supposed to do here? I'm already missing JoJo Coho Mart. What's the matter, Robin? It looks like garbage. Some good soil underneath that mess. Huh. Yeah, we'll see about that. Have it cleaned up in no time. Because I have nothing better to do but clean up this. I don't know what Grandpa was getting into, guys, but this is not quite what I signed on for. We do have a nice little home. Sort of a... Oh, the hell is this? Lewis. Pretty smiley for a tyrannical dictator. Mayor Lewis is the mayor of Pelican Town. We'll be taking a little tour through there shortly. Everyone's been asking about me, probably for the ritual sacrifice. Well, we are almost through the little intro here, and we can start doing some farming. Yes, we are moving into Grandfather's old cottage. And yes, it is rustic. One thing that's interesting to be able to increase the size of the house as we go on, and it gets enormous inside, but it always stays the exact same size on the outside. So it's got that sort of old 8 and 16-bit JRPG, small house, giant inside. Robin's just hating a little bit. Trying to make me dissatisfied so I buy a house upgrade. Kind of have a vicious little business circle going here. Yes, I am tired from the long journey. Now, if you people would get the hell off my lawn. Yeah, I'll drop by and say hi to townspeople on my own damn time. I'm a businessman. I have farming to do. So, yeah, pretty much anything that we pick up in the game we're going to be able to sell. We toss it in the little brown box over there, and Mayor Lewis creepily comes in the dead of night and takes it. So, here we are. We are ready to begin. It's the start of a day. When we start, we are going to be highly limited with what we can do. We're going to have a very small stamina bar. So, what's going on over here? Looks like an SNES game. Yeah, it does undead, and that's one of the things that makes it super appealing. Godlike voice. We have a mystery present. Let's open it. Hell yeah, parsnip seeds, guys. We're gonna have good stuff. One of the things you're gonna want to do is check your TV really often. Living off the land is gonna have all kinds of cool tips for you. Yep, chop wood, search for wild forage. The weather report's pretty good because early on, watering all of our plants, it's a headache. Fortune teller, you can skip, totally up to you. It's just going to affect little things like enemies, drop rates, things like that. So, the first thing we want to do, we need to clear out a little bit of space. You guys are going to have to bear with me. I have a little bit of a complication here. My Twitch panel is right over my items. So that's going to make this a little harder. It's blocking from my watering can to about here. So that's going to give us a little bit of trouble. So basically what we're going to do, I want to hurry up and get the parsnips going for us. So we're going to clear out some rocks. And this is kind of like the major core of the game right here. Just sort of farming. There's a lot to do actually, and as we go along you'll see more, but we kind of want to do this a little bit efficiently, at least to start with, so we can get some money and some resources a little bit quicker. What we're going to do, we are going to till up, let's see, I think we had, how many parsnips? 15. We're going to make a little square like this. Eventually we're going to be able to build water sprinklers. So, just for the sake of efficiency, we're going to kind of go ahead and plant our crops like we would. The first water sprinklers are going to cover a square around them. So, get our parsnips going in here. Get a little bit of snip farming going. So there we go. Give them a little bit of water real quick, show some love. You can hold the button down and do certain things quicker, but that's going to depend on the quality of the tool you're using. And right now we are using the most generic of tools. Okay, so we've got our parsnips farmed. If you look over at the right, there's a bar with an E. That's our stamina meter. Once that's done, if we go to sleep and our stamina bar is in the red or really low, we're going to wake up the next morning and it's still going to be low. So we want to monitor that. Let's check the chat. Everything looks so rustic in that house, bar the TV. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. Over here, we've got our journal. We've got a few of our quests. So, obviously, cultivate a parsnip. And another one is meet townspeople. We are actually going to go and do that. So, it's a pretty short little shot from Weed Farm over this way to the town itself. Yeah, really soothing game. Beautiful graphics, just a lot of fun to play. We're going to grab that daffodil. Over here we've got the medical clinic. We're going to say hi to her. Marnie. Marnie owns the ranch. Here we have a calendar. Birthdays. If you want to get in good with people, give them presents they like on their birthday. Also, it's going to show us any sort of big festivals, like there's an egg festival coming up next Saturday. And the game pretty much 1 month is a season. So we're going to have spring, summer, fall, winter. And here is Pierre's General Store. Marnie, I wasn't talking to you. I was trying to go inside. Marnie, move. Move. Got another guy over here we'll say hi to. It's Gus. Gus is the saloon owner. This is what we want to save up for, first and foremost. 24 slots. That's a whole extra row. Pierre's got some goodies. What we're going to do, we see parsnips take 4 days to mature. So we're going to look at these and think, what do we want? Potato seeds. Potato seeds are what we're going to go for. Unfortunately, we have no inventory space. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these mixed seeds. And now we're going to buy some potato seeds. They're going to take a little bit longer, but one of the things that makes them great is they're going to keep growing for us. We're going to walk around just a little bit more around the town, check everything out. Kind of let you guys get a feel. Here's Alex, he's a big jock. Yep, I'm the new guy. Got a little trailer over here in the trailer park. Pam the bus driver. This is the sort of game you just fire up, kick back, enjoy the sound, and not worry about anything. Down here's the beach. A lot of times you can find cool little items. Once again, our inventory's full. Give a shout out to Mayor Lewis. I don't know about you guys, but just listen to that old school beach sound. I love that. So many games, Final Fantasy's done it. Lots of 8-bit and 16-bit games have used that sound. I just absolutely love it. It's so soothing. We have a broken bridge. 300 pieces of wood. That's actually not as much to come up with as you might think. So we're going to head back to the farm just so we can hurry up and get our potatoes going. And over here, this lass, Penny, is the girl that I married in the last game, actually. If you guys have any particular bets on who we should probably try to romance in this, just give a shout out. Robo loves the sound of water. Robo said she'd live in the trailer. I see injured. Does he get injured because I see a hospital? Yes. There are actually dangerous mines filled with horrific monsters and hell beasts. So yeah, we can get injured. It's a little rough when you come up through the bottom like we just did, only because we have to clear a way back to our place. Big things like logs and rocks, they aren't going to come back, ever. They're going to stay gone. Grass is going to regrow, trees are going to regrow. For right now, cutting grass just gives us fiber, but eventually, cutting down grass is going to give us hay. Hay we'll use to feed animals. So, just kind of working around, clearing things out. The first little bit of the game is kind of, there are two schools of thought. You can start out and just rush to try to make as much money as you can, doing different things like fishing or spelunking, or you can start prepping your farm. No real right answer. A game like this, it's just, you play the game. Keeping an eye on our energy meter as much as we can. Like I said, it starts out pretty low early on. Really low. See, we're picking up a lot of stuff. We are going to go ahead and see how many potatoes we have. 10. So we are going to clear ourselves a nice little potato patch. Try to get this fairly even. Early on, I don't really think it matters how you lay stuff out, but eventually when you really start building your big farm, you're definitely going to want to have a system. Have our potatoes good, give them a quick bit of watering, and I think we're going to be about out of stamina for the day. Because you'll notice our bar is getting pretty low. So once we're done here, we're going to go ahead and fill up the watering can for tomorrow. Undead asks, what's spelunking? We're going to go down into mines, and we're going to explore them. We're going to find treasure, we're going to fight monsters. That is spelunking. It's cave exploration. So all of this stuff is things that we'll eventually want, but for right now, just for the sake of clearing up inventory, we're going to go ahead and sell them. Just to get a few extra dollars. Clay is extremely valuable and relatively harder to come by, so we're not going to get rid of that. We're going to keep our wood and we're going to keep our coal. So We can do a little more prep work here on the farm. I think that's probably what we'll do. We're going to try to get some wood. Get some wood. I think after this tree, we are going to have to call it quits for the night. Okay, let's see. I believe we have 6 pieces of sap. We'll go ahead and sell those. Get rid of that. And we've got a nice little start for tomorrow. I guess for people who want to like role play or really just put their imagination into it, you don't have to do this kind of stuff where we're really focused on progression and just speed. But for us, we're going to bed at 4:40 p.m. It's been a long day on the farm. Give him some sleep. Check the chat. Not much. Looks like everybody's just kind of checking out the game. So here we go. We got a little bit of money. These are the different categories of things we can do in the game. It's all pretty self-explanatory. Foraging is just stuff we find laying around on the ground. Simple as that. So we got an extra 94 gold. Not too bad. We've got a couple of crops going. Today the first thing we're going to do is water them, and then we're probably going to go to town, see if we can meet some more people. Can you network multiplayer, asks Undead. They are going to be adding multiplayer later on this year, actually. Looks like we have some mail. Let's check it out. Looks like I get spam, even in Stardew Valley. That's freaking amazing. And we have a second one. Willie got back from a fishing trip. I think that's a good idea. Let's get our crops watered, and then we're going to go visit Willie. Big Willie Styles. I think we missed one of our little plants. Something we also are going to want to do kind of quickly, just thinking about it, is we need a scarecrow. Because we're going to have birds come in and eat all of our crops. And then Weed Farm won't prosper. And if Weed Farm doesn't prosper, I don't prosper. I don't remember what. I don't even think we can make a scarecrow yet, actually. Nope. This is the crafting menu. We're going to learn recipes from people, from the television, all sorts of things. We'll learn them just for leveling up. So just a quick little overview. This is, of course, inventory. Kind of speaks for itself. We could equip a hat, 2 rings, boots. These are all the different skill categories. These are all the different people that we can meet and our relationships with them. A lot of people, most people, I would say a good number of people can be romanced. If you see single, they can be romanced. This is a map of the entire area. Crafting menu. These are all the different items that can be found in the game. Suffice to say, there's a lot that can be found. Undead asks, can you get an automated watering system? Yes. That is the big goal of what we want. Our sprinklers. Like the first sprinkler we'll be able to build, we'll put it right here in the middle, and it's going to reach these squares. Eventually you can get one that's so big it can be put here and pretty much hit everything you see. Undead says a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people to interact with, and it's kind of cool because superficially they might not seem too interesting, but they've got some pretty interesting backstories once you actually play deeper into it and get to know them. We're going to go meet the fisherman, like I said. On the way, we're going to forage, get ourselves some daffodils. Just wanted to check the inventory and see how things look. Also, this is a help wanted post. It's pretty cool because periodically people are going to put bring me logs or bring me stone, something like that. And when we do that, we get a nice little reward. So it's an extra way, it's a good way to make a little bit of extra cash. Chill down on the beach a little bit more. Here we go, cutscene. Big Willie Styles hanging out on the dock. Boy there, Willie. That's a hell of a hat you got. Good to meet you too. He's been out on the salty seas, sold a lot of good fish. Maybe he can loan us some money. Got himself a new rod. Give him a rod. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Free fishing rod. Hold it up Zelda style. Do. Alright, now we can do some fishing if we want. And we want. Early on, fishing is a great way to make money. If it smells, it sells. That's a hell of a saying, Big Willie Styles. A hell of a saying. We're just gonna stand here and stare out at the sea. Run our fingers through our beard. Through our beard hair. So, we're going to actually try to do a little bit of fishing. 8:40 a.m., why not? Why not try to catch a fish? Crops watered. This bar, the further you fill it up, it seems like the better likelihood you have of getting a good fish. So we're just going to hang out. We got a bite, we hit it, oh, here we go. This basically, we want to keep that green bar that I'm maneuvering, we want to keep it behind the fish. So there we go. Caught ourselves a sunfish. 7 inches of fish. He went into the store. We're going to sell some things to him. Clear some room. Enjoy the view. Looks like his hat is alive. Smell that salty air. We could buy some trout soup from him. We're going to go ahead and sell that fish. Going to try to catch one more. What's funny is I don't really like fishing in real life, but in video games, Ocarina of Time, World of Warcraft, so many games I'll actually hang out and fish in video games. Real life, just can't get into it. As we get better fishing poles and more skill, that green bar is going to be longer, but right now it's a little tough. Still pretty much out of inventory space. We can't pick up any of this stuff. It's good things to sell. Fishing simulator, yum. Yeah, definitely. We're going to go hit Pierre up. See what he's doing. Maybe he'll give us a discount on the bag if we hook him up with this fish. Sup, Pierre? You want to buy some shit? All the things that we can buy. You'll notice the fruit trees. Super expensive, but worth every penny. Because once you plant them in their appropriate season, they'll give you fruit, which is really valuable, just constantly. Charge him more, says Undead. I tell you what, I'm going to give you this fish for the low price of 1,000 gold. This deal is a limited time only, and only because I like you, Pierre. Only because I like you. We need to, guys, think about building a chest. So we need 50 pieces of wood. We got it. Boom. We're going to go ahead and put it... Yeah, we'll leave it outside. It's going to be our outside chest. Put it somewhere nice and handy, like... How about here? We can also change the color of it. So, we're going to make it a nice pink color. So, Mikey Methhead will have a nice pink treasure chest outside of his house. Need a chest key? No, this is our chest. So, if anybody wanted to rob us, they would need the chest key. We've still got a lot of energy, so I'm thinking probably the best thing to do is chop down some more trees. takes so much energy to do. RoboClay likes the color, I figured he would. He can sleep inside the chest. Look, Mikey Methhead has slept in some pretty bad places in his time. Sleeping inside a treasure chest is probably about one of the nicer ones, I would say. Yeah, we're just going to clear out these trees, get some wood built up. There's no such thing as too much wood in this game, or if you ask Robo. I think we can cut probably 2 more down before he's going to be kaput. Need to kill the day, chop down them trees. Yep. I mean, that's how I do in life, right? You guys are the same way. If I need to kill my time, I just cut down some trees. I totally don't fall asleep playing video games. Fuck off, Matt. Thanks, Robo. I love you too. I'd say we could probably not cut down another tree. I don't want to get us too tired to do anything tomorrow. Our plants are watered, we've made a little bit of money. Let's stop by the box, drop off a couple goodies. Don't want fiber. Already have 74 wood. Get rid of some sap. Gonna drop off a couple things in our chest. We're gonna drop off the tool and think of what we're going to need tomorrow. We want our standard default tools. And call that good. So there we go. It was another successful day. We'll sit down, watch a little tube. What's the weather going to be like? It's going to rain. That is freaking fantastic. That means we will not have to water. So it's a free day. Undead says always go to the back garden and chop them. Talk about the trees. Hey, look at that, guys. Foraging level 1, +1 axe proficiency. It's going to take less stamina. Got some new recipes. Field snack, good way to regain stamina. Sell some stuff off, make a little bit of that money. So all in all, pretty successful start so far. We'll see what day 3 holds for us. If you drop things in chests, does it save energy or something? No, it's just to save inventory spot on Undead. That's why we want to drop them off in there. And listen, it's raining. Which is perfect because, look, our plants are watered. That means we have all the time in the world. I'm kind of rearranging my box just so I can see a little bit clearer. We're going to go for a nice stroll. Nice rainy day. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to head down this way. If we can get through all this junk. We're going to head down here. Uh-oh, pickaxe isn't strong enough to break that boulder. That's okay, we're just going to move around it. And we're going to do a little bit of fishing. This is a whole nother little area. Sometimes in this area, there's a woman who has this traveling wagon. And she'll sell really rare things to you. But where we're heading, we don't need rare things. We're going to see the wizard. Because this is the wizard tower. Every small farm town has a wizard tower. Oh, it's locked. We're going to have to get an invitation. Screw you, man. We're going to hang out then, and we'll just do some fishing. Suits me fine. What's happening in the chat? See a castle? Yep. Day 3 brings a nuke. What are you guys talking about? I love spring. Yeah. Spring is a fantastic season in this game because it rains a lot. Winter is kind of rough, but when you really get a big farm going, it's kind of nice to not have to worry about crops. So it's a really good time to do your mining and things like that. There's a treasure chest that popped up. If we can get that bar to fill without losing the fish, we get a treasure. Oh, we lost the fish. It's pretty tough going early on. It's like real life. I am playing on the Xbox One, Jason. I started out playing this on PC, and I just like the idea of kicking back on the couch playing it on Xbox. We got some green algae. That is a fucking waste. An absolute fucking waste. Fish aren't biting today. I hear howling demons in the background. He's having Dark Souls flashbacks. It's pretty fiddly, but once you get the hang of fishing, you've pretty much got it. And you'll probably end up fishing a lot in this game. Like I said, it's a great way to make some extra money. There's all sorts of cool things to be found. So we're going to walk this way, see if we can meet any more people. This is Marnie's farm. Eventually, we might want to raise animals. So we've got, I can't quite remember. I know we have goats, cows, chickens, pigs. Can't quite remember everything. But that's where we're going to go to get that kind of stuff. Take the back way into town. Mayor Lewis, always creeping around. Meet some more people. Hey there, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, don't talk to strangers, but if they come in your house, that's okay. Well, what did you imagine exactly, Jody? Now, we've got a blonde dude over there, can't get to him because he's behind a locked door and we're not good enough friends to go into the bedroom. The next house is pretty cool because this is actually the house of Haley. She was the girl that I actually married in my first playthrough, the first time I ever played this game. So, up here, Stardew Saloon. It is locked. This town, I fucking swear. It's Wednesday. Pierre's is closed on Wednesday, which is handy. So we're going to go ahead and move on up. Take a look at the community center. Because just like in every 80s movie, there's got to be a community center. Move along the shoreline. Across that bridge is something pretty bad. We'll take a look at that later. Here is Robin. So we can construct farm buildings. There's a lot of different things to choose from. Coops, barns, wells, silo, mill, shed, stable. And we can also have our house upgraded. We need 10,000 gold and 450 pieces of wood. I'm interested, but unless you're willing to put me on some kind of a credit, I'm thinking it's not going to happen. Robo says, save the clock tower. And it is going to get hit by 1.21 gigawatts. Matt loves the back way. He's creepy like that. That is true. Lots of different little things we can buy. But we're too broke, so we're just going to window shop some. Just kind of stroll along. We're also kind of looking for any sorts of things we can sell. Uh-oh, can't get across over there. the game opens up more and more as you play, as time goes on. So, some of these things I'm not sure when they open and when they don't. Who is this? Why, it's Linus. It's Meth Head Mike's old homeless hobo buddy. And this is going to be yet another way to reach Weed Farm. And just because we have the energy, we're going to chop down trees on the way. Yeah, like I said, trees regrow and grass regrows. So you never have to worry about running out of inventories or running out of resources you need. It's Tint Man. The less said about that, the better. And this is the top way into our farm. And you knew it was going to be filled with all sorts of junk and garbage everywhere. Okay, so we're still doing really good on energy. I'm thinking let's drop some treasure off. We'll do the wood. Not going to need that right now, because I'm thinking what we're going to do is just clear out farmland. Sell some fiber and some rocks. Stone is going to be used for certain things we're going to build, but that's so far down the road for right now. We need to focus on just clearing some space. Have any of you guys ever played Harvest Moon? Any of the iterations of that? The first Harvest Moon I ever played was on N64. I don't remember if there's a extra little bit of title for it, but at the time Sarah and I we'd been dating for a little bit, and I remember there was a librarian in that game who sort of reminded me of Sarah, so I ended up going for her. But Harvest Moon was fun. I prefer this to any of the Harvest Moons, to tell you the truth. It just feels like a more satisfying experience with a lot to do. Do you move stone out of the way later? I'll get better tools which will allow me to do more things. Like this axe right now. I can cut down these general standing trees, but see, like this big stump, I need the next level of axe to do that. And there's another type of stump, I need the one after that. Same thing with rocks. We can get the little stones with our pickaxe, but in order to get the bigger ones like that, or well, not like that, let's see, where are they? Like that big one over here. We need the next level. So eventually we're able to harvest pretty much everything that you see. But for right now, we cannot. We're going to drop some of this treasure off. Sell. Everything must go. I'm assuming it's probably not going to rain tomorrow, so we'll go ahead and pick up our watering can. Still good on the amount of water. It's going to rain again tomorrow, so there we go. We are in luck. It's going to be a second day of not having to worry about watering crops. Mattow's a beast at this game. Being a beast at Stardew Valley, that's funny. So, a little bit more cash. We're going to start the next day. We're trying to hurry up and get some money so we can get that backpack. It is so tough to go back and start a new game because you don't have your good upgraded tools, you don't have backpacks. Oh, it didn't rain today, look at that. Check out Living Off the Land. Spring onions southwest of town. They make a nice little bit of money. Alright, so it looks like we are going to have to water our crops. Not a problem. Honestly, the only part about the game that sort of bothers me is just watering crops. I hate it. But once I get sprinklers, I never worry about it again. Some people like it, it's soothing, but to me it's just, I want to get out and do stuff. Watering crops is the only thing in the game that feels like work. Everything else just feels like fun, but watering crops just feels like I'm having to work. So we're done with the watering can, we're going to call that good. We're not going to plant anything, saving up for that backpack. So I'm thinking probably a good thing to do is we're just going to hang around home today. Hang around, clear out some more space for ourselves. Checking the chat, Stardew Valley Beast Mode activate. Watering crops, definitely tedious. Yeah. But fortunately you can get sprinklers relatively early. So if you're not into it, you don't have to do it for too long. They take some resources, but it's worth it. One of the things that I really like to do is clear the land. There's just something super satisfying about when you start and it's just piled up shit everywhere. Then you eventually have this huge property that's just clean and ready to go. So I really like that. That's a lot of fun. What are some games you guys like to play to relax, to just sort of zen out with? Because there's a few. This is one of them. Another one for me is City Skylines. That's a game I could just sit and play all day. If I'm in a bad mood or really stressed out, that's another one that I can just fire up, not have to worry, just sort of, kind of a meditative experience for me. And yeah, this game, I've put so much time into it. I probably have 400 hours on PC. At least. One thing we're going to take a look, field snacks, acorns, maple seeds, and pine cones. We can also make wood paths. Now you know we're going places. Energy's running a bit low and it's only 9:40 a.m. I think we're going to go ahead and bite the bullet and we are going to buy ourselves something to eat. 400 hours, wow. Yeah, probably about that. And I think my main game, the one I had before we started up this, I think I've probably got about 100 hours on that farm. With me on Steam in particular, I have kind of a hard time tracking exactly how much active playtime I have on games because I'm bad about just leaving a game going and I walk off and do something else. Noon. Doesn't open until noon. Well, we're going to go over here and show you guys a couple more places. This is the museum. So if you guys have played Animal Crossing, you're going to kind of recognize what this is. We'll collect books and little items and all kinds of things and fill out the museum collection. That's just like Animal Crossing. Why, hello, Gunther. That is quite the outfit and quite the goatee. So that's an ongoing mini-game we'll have throughout, collecting artifacts for the museum. And then he'll periodically give us neat little things. So here we can upgrade our tools, buy ores, things like that. If you leave the game alone, won't your energy slowly go down? What'll happen, it'll get to about 2 in the morning and you'll pass out. And Robo asks, what are the books used for other than reading? The books just kind of give you a little bit of backstory for the game, and they just fill out the museum collection. So they're not really used for anything beyond that. Good question, Robo. And here we are. Look at this. Joja Mart. The hell do you want? We are doing fine, thank you. We can become a Joja. Something interesting about this game, I stopped by the community center earlier. We can actually team up with Joja Mart and turn it into a warehouse, or we can rebuild it piece by piece and turn it into a thriving, vibrant community center. Extra things to buy in here. One thing that's interesting, all of the crops, the ingredients to make crops, they're more expensive here because Joja doesn't want you to make your own food. You need to come here and buy it like a slave. We're going to see if there's... Yeah, actually good, perfect. It is purple-haired chick. Let's chase her down. How you doing? Not you, Harvey. Move. I'm trying to talk to her. How you doing? Abigail's a romanceable character. Harvey's a romanceable character. The girl behind the counter is as well. These are pretty good if you want to refill your energy. But we're going to go hit up Harvey's. See if we can buy something good to snack on. I do need a hot meal. Oh, I could buy a beer or some bread. Salad's not too bad. So, 75 energy, 113. We'll have a salad. Didn't really want to spend money, but we really need to chop some more wood. Come here, Granny. Why, hello. Alright, we'll call you Granny, I suppose. Ooh, cutie. Who's cute, Robo? Who are you saying is a cutie? Clever Jojo? Joja? Yeah, it's a Joja. So, alright, now we can eat our salad. Because I don't want to quite be this low on stamina for the day. We want to go ahead and chop some more wood, because I'm thinking we might actually sell some of it, just to get us a little bit closer to getting that backpack. Plus, I want to keep clearing out land for us. And I'm thinking our parsnips are probably going to be coming due tomorrow, so that's going to be a nice little return. My goal is to get the backpack as quickly as possible. So, with a game like this, if you're trying to progress, there are certain ways you can do things really optimally. Or if you're just trying to screw around and do whatever you want, screw around and do whatever you want. But I'm trying to go a little bit faster so I can show you guys more of everything, get you kind of caught up and a good feel on what all the game has to offer. So we're kind of doing two things. We're clearing out land and we're cutting down things to make some extra profit. You and the purple-haired girl. I figured you'd like her, Robo. Just for some reason, I really thought you'd dig the purple-haired chick. Energy's running a little bit low again. That's okay. Alright, let's check what we got from our